Welcome to the 103rd installment of Tell Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro, but tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
I'm about to tell him about my 2015 Super Bowl predictions.
Tell him, Alejandro.
TA drinkers, Super Bowl 49 is finally here. Let's get into all the sexiness. First things first, this year's Super Bowl will take place in Glendale, Arizona. The last time the New England Patriots came to Glendale, Arizona, it was against my New York Giants in 2008, when my New York Giants upset the Patriots, who at the time were undefeated, 18-0, and they were pursuing a 19-0 undefeated season. My Giants, that's right, my Giants beat them, made them feel like basura, and we walked away with our heads high. And now the Patriots are trying to avenge that defeat and get a W in Arizona versus the Seattle Seahawks. It's going to be a very juicy game. I think both teams are very evenly matched. I really do. But all year long, I've been saying it if you pay attention. The NFC is a superior conference in the NFL. And I say the same thing in the NBA. The Western Conference is a superior conference in the NBA. So it's no secret where I'm going. The Seattle Seahawks will defeat the New England Patriots 23-20 in this year's Super Bowl. Let's break it down. First things first, the New England Patriots are not a very likable team. So by me already telling you that the Seahawks will win, Matty Alla hype. Relax, the Seahawks are not a very likable team either. You gotta understand that both these teams are villains. Why? Alright, let's see. Everybody says, oh, the Patriots are cheaters. The Seahawks are cheaters too. Go look back in 2012 when both Richard Sherman and Brandon Browner got bagged for using PEDs, so to speak. Some people say it was Adderall, and at the time, NFL wasn't testing for Adderall. Nonetheless, Browner got bagged. Browner is now a member of the New England Patriots, but yo, it is what it is. Pete Carroll, how you think he got this job in Seattle? Pete Carroll was a scumbag with the USC Trojans in college. How you think he got the job? Like I said before, he left USC before the NCAA could come down on Pete Carroll and bag him. Nonetheless, both these teams are villains. Just letting y'all know. So you can't just say, oh, I don't like the Patriots. Stop it. You need to actually observe what's going to happen on the field and try and analyze. Keep your heart out of it. You feel me? Because as a Giants fan, if I was rooting as a Giants fan, I would want the Patriots to win, because that would give my Giants bragging rights as to say, we're the only team who beat the New England Patriots. And not only did my Giants beat them in 2008, they beat them again in 2012 in the Super Bowl. So if I was rooting as a Giants fan, I would want my Patriots to win. I'm actually observing what's going on. I think the Seattle Seahawks defense is superior. Even though the Patriots have a phenomenal defense, let's face it, this offseason, the Patriots bolstered their defense, their secondary. But when you look at the Seahawks, they don't really have top-notch receivers. They let go of Golden Tate. They let go of Percy Harvin. Their offense is based on the running game. Woo! I love saying running game. But when I observe the Seahawks running game, they're a dual threat with obviously the quarterback, Russell Wilson, and Marshawn Lynch. I observed what the New England Patriots head coach, Bill Belichick, specializes in. He specializes in slowing down what a team does best. So he's going to try and slow down Russell Wilson, not Marshawn Lynch. He's going to try and keep the ends and the outside linebackers to commit to Wilson when Wilson runs the read option, where he has the option to hand off to Lynch or to possibly run to the outside and gather a bunch of yards. He's going to try and force Marshawn Lynch to run in between the tackles and basically beat him that way. And I feel like Lynch is very capable of doing that. I think that the Seattle Seahawks defense, specifically Cliff Avril and Michael Bennett, are too fast for the tackles. However, I do believe that LeGarrette Blount is going to do alright, because I saw Eddie Lacy for the Green Bay Packers have a success somewhat running against the Seattle Seahawks. And I also believe that Rob Gronkowski is going to have a strong day against Kam Chancellor. Just in case anybody was wondering, Gronkowski has 40 pounds on Chancellor. I love Chancellor, but Gronkowski's gonna goon him out. I'm sorry, Chancellor, you're not ready for Gronk. But if they gang tackle and swarm tackle Gronkowski, which I expect, then I expect the Seahawks to somewhat minimize the damage that Gronk could do. If the Seahawks win this game, I would love to have Marshawn Lynch win the MVP. If you haven't been following what's going on with Marshawn Lynch, basically he's been hitting the media with a bunch of one-line words. It's been phenomenal. It's making me laugh. The media is upset, so they keep coming to Marshawn Lynch the very next day to try and get something out of him in post-game interviews or pre-game interviews or whatever. And he basically just keeps hitting them with basura, and now he actually has commercials where he's basically hitting people with one-line words. Then all of a sudden he acts like he's extremely intellectual. Very funny commercials. Funny guy. I would love to see him win the MVP, because it would be a nightmare for the NFL. If you look at the NFC NFC Championship. If you remember last year, Richard Sherman got interviewed. He went Super Saiyan. It was completely different this year after the Seahawks won. They interviewed Russell Wilson, who's supposedly the soft-spoken, humble guy, you know, and he was crying. He was all, oh my God, I can't believe we won. Whereas last year, Sherman was like, ah! So I would love to see Marshawn Lynch win the MVP this year and see him just hit the NFL with a bunch of one-liners like, I don't know, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's 2015 Super Bowl predictions. Do you agree or disagree with my prediction? And last but certainly not least, who do you think will win this year's Super Bowl? Tell them in the comments.
Tell them.
Tonight's bow tie is brought to you by Countess Mara. Rainbow colors. Just like the Skittles my man's Marshawn Lynch gonna be eating on the sidelines when he's tearing the Patriots up. You know what I mean? Tune in for more sports, cars, video game, fitness, and all that. Follow at Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events. Or if you want to hear me cover a certain team or topic, tell them outro music. Woo. Get it. Hey, it's gonna be a very, very good game. I'm not expecting a 43-8 blowout like we saw last season. I really do think the Patriots are competitive, and they really just might come away with the victory. But I think when it's all said and done, Russell Wilson puts in that twerk, Marshawn Lynch pushing that twerk, that defense is for real. Let's get it, man. Make sure y'all enjoy the game.